Hello everyone, Sam Green, AQUA-AID Solutions, coming to you this morning from Orlando, Florida, GCSAA Conference 2023. This morning we're joined by Felix Peters, Managing Director of Imants Equipment. We're the North American importer for the Imants equipment line. Good morning, Felix. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So, Felix, we were together in San Diego last year, but yet this year feels to us to be kind of a newness moving forward from a new world. Got a lot of people coming from around the world to the conference and trade show this year. So, Imants, new colors we're introducing. We brought it out at the SFMA show 2 weeks ago in Utah, but here this week. Talk to us a little bit about the color change.
Well, it started already like 140 years ago with Imants, and we always had the light blue color on the ag side, which is 50% of our business, and 25% of our business is turf. And we found it reasonable enough to change the colors, to do a rebranding. And the new colors is blue, light blue, maybe baby blue, with black and yellow striping. And now it just matches to our, to our own branding of Imants.
We've had a great feedback from it. The social media release you did from there prior to Christmas, and then us coming into the show, people like to think of it as a F1 car is what we've heard.
That's good to hear.
Exactly. So, along with new color schemes, some new equipment. And so out here on the booth, new shockwave.
Correct. It was time that we changed the shockwave. It's an invention of Imants, linear decompaction, actually of Mr. Imants himself in the 70s. And this model that we are introducing is a 1 meter and a 1.6 and a 2.1 meter, which is like 7 foot in total. And we have adapted some things to it. We give it a new slick design, obviously the new colors, but also we have changed the bed where so turf guards are better under the machine. It's very interesting to see. They are more like following the contours. It's easier to adjust the depth of the machine, so you can shallower if you want, which is very nice. And also we have a new feature on it, which is, or actually two things. We can interchange the blades, so we can go from thicker blades to thinner blades, which is nice on greens. And then we also have a pre-cutter disc, and that is something that you have introduced to our machines, which we feel also is very important to this new shockwave.
Yeah, one of the things is you being the originator of the shockwave machine, as you said, and your Imants constantly bringing innovation to the market. Your engineering department, everything is trying to be on the forefront at all times. And one of the things we saw here in the United States with the shockwave was, particularly in our warm season grasses, anything that has stoloniferous variety, where we were managing what we would call fine turf, shortcut turf. When the shockwave was going through with the 12 mil blade, it would somewhat tear, right? So the recovery would be a little bit longer. So the engineering team came in with a pre-cutter setup that allows the cutting of that stolen and rhizome material. And then the blade just basically goes through like a knife through hot butter, a lot faster recovery. So we're excited about that.
And also we got still a quite good, result of the shockwave effect, like the ground,
Exactly. Dr. McCauley at NC State did some testing with us when we were bringing out, trying to decide what size blades, from anywhere from 12 mil to 4 mil.
4 mil, yes.
4 mils for greens. It's one of the things that you ask for as turf managers here in the U.S. So we're excited about that. Join us at booth 2649. We're going to have the new shockwave there, showing the 4 millimeter blade and the 12 millimeter blade there on the machine. So, Felix, another aspect I think we need to touch on. Imants has done an incredible job in support of us in the last 2.5 years. From actually being able to get us equipment. And we've got a great partnership, communication back and forth. But, in the world that we live in today, post-COVID, still seeing delays from certain manufacturers, just in the world in general, right? Doesn't necessarily mean golf, but the golf market's been affected by it also. talk to us a little bit about, you got a very specific lean manufacturing. You
That's
do
correct.
a really good job. Talk to us a little bit about how you do that in order to keep us supplied.
Well, actually, it's also due to the fact that you are doing a good job because you're coming up with, what you're going to sell, how you go forecast, good forecast, which is very important to us because then we can order the gearboxes and the PTO shafts and all those kind of things on time. And we also know then you get the orders in time as well, so we know already what we want to start building in 2024. So then the machines will also come in. So it's also due to the fact that we have a very good communication about that. And we're growing constantly. Imants is growing, but people have to understand that in a manufacturing facility, everything is done by hands. You're not buying something and selling it through to somebody else, but you need to weld it, you need to grind it, you need to paint it, you need to mount it together, and it's all done by physical hands. So if you grow with 10-15% per year, you still need a lot of people that need to build it. So together we can make that happen, and I'm sure that in the future we still have stuff to sell. And obviously when people are ordering more and more, then at some point in time we also have to say no. That's how it is. You can't change that.
Exactly. So, for us, I think we've been able to somewhat deliver things within a 6 or 8 month period, and I think that's very acceptable in the new world we live in today. But I applaud Imants. You've been innovative in your factory also. You've brought new tools on in the last year or two
Yes.
to help you with manufacturing.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is, and I think we see this across the board to all our end users, is the quality in the machinery. They can touch it, they can feel it, they can see it. And I truly think it goes back to what you just touched on. It's actually a human being sitting there welding your machines, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
There's no robots or anything.
Well, we're going to go for a robot welder, which is coming in June, but that's only for volume parts that are going to be welded. But yes, we are. For us, it's important when we sell something here in the U.S. or whether it's in Australia or back in Europe. For us, it's really important that we don't get any complaints, so people can work with the machine. And if something breaks, which can always happen, then we need to have the right people to service it. And we with AQUA-AID, we definitely have the right people. And so we are very proud as Imants to be a partner of AQUA-AID, and we are doing a good job together. And we're growing the business, and we're coming up with new interesting machines. So for sure, I think this is a marriage for years to come.
I hope so. So, hey, Felix, thanks for joining us. I hope everyone comes out to the booth, and make sure you get up with your local AQUA-AID Solutions distribution partner to catch up with the Shockwave and the other new innovations we have coming to market.